Now, Memento and Tasker can be used to log all incoming SMSs. In order to create a database in Memento, which is going to store or to keep record of all new incoming SMSs, we need first go to Memento and create a template or a library which is going to store all these SMSs. So what I do first, I add a new library, empty library, and I give it a name. Let it be my SMS. Then I add fields. Now I want my SMSs to be sorted by dates and time. So I choose the field type date and time. Here I give it a name, let it be DT, date and time. And then I also need to choose the default date. The default date is going to be the current date by default. Okay, so I can see that the date format is going to be October 8, 2016, 2051. Everything is fine. Next is I add a new field which is going to store the SMS body. It's going to be a text field or a string field. So let it be called SMS text. Okay, created the field. This is a, let me give it a nice icon. So I'm saving the library, I have created it, and I want to see whether it works. No, thank you. So I add a new record, so I can see that the current date is inserted here by default, and I add an SMS. Let it be just like a hello world message. Okay. So I can see that the everything's fine, the record has been created, so the library is ready to receive SMSs. So next, what I need to do, I need to go to Google Play Store and to install Tasker. In order to install Tasker, I look for it in Google Play. So this is what it looks like. I install it. I accept everything. So it's being installed. So after some time of installation, I open the newly installed Tasker. So here it's asking me, telling me different things like a disclaimer that is not going to be blah blah blah. I say okay, I agree with that. Next is quick overview. If you want to, you can read it. So I can say okay. So on this screen I have a profile tab, I have a tasks tab and scenes tab. What I'm interested in is currently only profiles and tasks. So I'm going to create a profile. A profile is a context, or when something is going to happen, when a task is going to happen. So I create a context. I want my database to receive SMSs when SMSs arrive. So I press plus at the bottom, I choose event, then here there are all kinds of possible events. I go to phone, and so here I choose received text. What type of text? SMS. That's it. Nothing else is needed here for the context. The context has established, the profile has established, that is to say a task is going to run every time a text is received, the SMS type of text is received. So I press back, and for this context I need to create a new task. New task. So new task, I'm here it's asking me for a new name of that task. I can enter any name, and let me call it just like send SMS to uh, to Memento. Okay. Next, so I need to add an action. So I press plus at the bottom, and as it says in Memento Wiki, I need to use Memento plugin. So out of this list, I choose only the word plugin. Here it gives me different plugins. I choose specifically Memento database. So okay, I need to do the configuration. So I press the pen at the top right corner of the screen, and it sends me to Memento. Here it offers me to select the library where I'm going to store my SMS. So I choose that library. We remember that I called that library my SMS. So I press on it, and then I press plus. Add rule. Text from tasker. What is text from tasker? I've got that question mark. So I go to that question mark, and I look what kind of text I want to receive from tasker. I want to receive SMS text, SMS body. How can I get it from the tasker? I can get it, I can know it from the help which is available under that question mark. So, and the page with tasker variables opens. I look here for SMS. So if I have time, I read all kinds of all kinds of variables that exist in tasker. It's not what I need. This is not what I need either. So remember that I needed something to do something like I needed something to do with the text. So I arrived at text from. Here we go. It says text from, date, subject, and time. And then it gives me different kinds of variables that are available for me to insert or to send to Memento. So I can see that here it says percent %SMSRF, percent %SMSRN, percent %SMSRB, percent MMSRS, SMSRD, SMSRT, etc. What is it? It says here that the first one is the sender address, the second one is the sender SMS sender name, next one is SMS body, SMS subject, SMS date and time, etc. So I need SMS body. I try to remember that variable name percent SMS RB. I press back, I return to here, and so I enter that thing. I enter percent SMS RB. So text from tasker, which is the body of the received SMS. It will be saved to the field. I choose the field. It needs to be saved in the field SMS text. I press OK. Go back. Again, go back. Again, go back. So I can see I came back to the profiles, and I can see that there is a profile that whenever received a text of SMS type, it will run the task called send SMS to Memento, which I have just created. So everything is fine. I exit the program. I need to check whether it works. So I go and check it. In order to check it, I need to trigger an SMS. How can I do it? In my telephone company, I can send a request to send me an SMS with, say, how much money I've got in my telephone account. So in my company, it is asterisk star 100 hash. I do the call. It says USD code is running, and here in Russian it said that the request has been executed. All the information is going to be sent to you in SMS. I did it in order to receive the just some SMS or the SMS from the company. And now, so I have received that SMS, and so this is the SMS. I need to see whether it was stored in Memento in the database that I have just, in the library that I have just created. So I go back to Memento database, proceed to my SMS library, open it, and look at it. So I can see that the first one is the hello world message, the one that I have just created. And the second one is exactly that, the same SMS that was received into my telephone from the company. So, as we can see, Tasker works with Memento perfectly. Verdict: approved.